Hi, Mark here. I trust you're well. And welcome to this recording of a micro learning session that was hosted live on Zoom on Wednesday, the 12th of March 2025. Now, we talked about, or I shared some of my handy tips for keywording in Lightroom Classic. Now, if you'd like to attend these free events, just visit lightroommark.com. And down below the video, you'll see my next upcoming events. If you wish at the same time, please sign up for my newsletter. Now, without any further ado, let's jump across to the recording. Bye for now. Good evening, everybody. In today's micro learning session, we're going to look at some tips that I'm going to offer for keywording. First thing I'd like to say, like with everything in life, there's no right or wrong way to do something. You know, we have a thing in the UK. Do you put the cream on the scone, or do you put the jam on the scone first, or do you put your milk into the tea, or do you put the tea in first? Do you warm the pot for tea and a cup of tea and so on? It's your personal choice. But I just thought I'd talk about and throw about some ideas that I've come across and how I keyword today. And I hope that you perhaps would like to take away a few of the ideas, maybe modify them for yourself, or say, oh, I've never considered it like that. So the first thing is, and we'll jump into Classic in a second, your keywords are your choice of identifying or finding an image. Depending on what type of photography you do, the keywords will vary. So you could be a hobbyist, an enthusiast, a club photographer, and you only want to find your images. You can use keywords for that. You maybe go right to the far extreme, a commercial photographer, that you want other people to find your images. And that's going right to the far extreme. So with the first, hobbyist, enthusiast, club photographer, they are how you think, how you file things. So how you put your cutlery, your crockery in the kitchen, how you put your clothes in the wardrobe and so on. It's your way of doing something. Now, a commercial photographer will try and second guess what people they don't know, their clients, their prospects, what they would look for, what would they search for to find your image, because you're going to put it in the public domain. So you have from one end of the spectrum right to the other. So there is no right or wrong way. Managing your keywords is one whole process. Applying keywords to an image is another process, another workflow. And I have, over the last 3 or 4 years, separated that workflow. So I manage my keywords separately to applying keywords to an image. That may sound alien to people, I don't know, but I found that it works for me. And you could take little bits of the ideas that I'm going to give you, none of them, or perhaps the whole concept. So let's just jump into Classic. Okay, so I'm in my training catalog. There is, if I go to the folder panel for you, there is approximately 1,000 images in there. Yeah, 1,758 images. And none of them have got keywords on them. If I go to right-hand side keyword list, I've expanded that. There's no keywords in there. So there's 2 structures Classic allows you to use in keywording. A standard keyword list, which is a whole long list in one line, or what they call hierarchy. And what that means is you can have like a title and then a small group of keywords inside a structure. And it's up to you how you want to structure that. You can have one or the other. Have a whole long list. And if you're just a club photographer, that you want to find the images, having one long list might be the way for you to go. The negative for having one list is it's an alphanumerical list. So you're looking up and down for keywords. So these pictures of birds here, how would I keyword them? Well, it's totally up to you. But if I had a long list, I could have small bird, blue tit, yellow breasted, and so on and so on and so on. How would you group those together if you wanted to? Or you could just have a long list. So let's create a couple of keywords. So all I'm going to do is going to press plus and I'm going to go bird. And it's in my list. And now I could go small bird, create another one, press return. And just going to move that out of there because I put it in the hierarchical structure. So I've got two keywords here, but I could have yellow breast. Okay, take off that one there. So I've got these three keywords here. Now, you can imagine if you've got 250 keywords, this will be a long list. Now, you can use the search bar. So underneath keywords, you can type the word small, and it would find all the keywords that contains the word small. So if you have other words in there like small hand, small car, when you type the word small, it would appear. So you could find your keywords quite easily like that. And managing your keywords is really important, keeping a methodical structure. Now, in a normal keyword list, it's in alpha or numerical alpha order. So any numbers would come first, followed by the letters of the alphabet. So that's the standard way of using keywords. Just a big long list and away you go. You can use upper and lower case, but most people type on the internet all lowercase. But there might be a reason why you use uppercase, and we'll come on to that in a minute. So to apply, all you need to do is drag the keyword across, or you can tick the box and it applies to the active image. So it's applied it to this image here. Or you can select multiple images. So I've clicked on the first. If I press Command D, deselect, selected this image, I'm going to press Shift Select on the last image, and it's selected all those. If I press Control or Command, so this image I've just clicked on, now I'm going to hold the Command or Control key if you're on a PC, and I can select random images, and I can just drag the keyword across, and all the active images, which is the light grey background, will now have that keyword. And if we look at the list, we've got 8 images. And if I want to see those 8 images, just click on the little triangle. It opens up the filter bar, and there's the 8 images. But what is good about keywording is we can automate. We can create collections, smart collections. So if we come into a collection, I'm going to create very, very quickly bird, and I'm going to ask it to find a keyword. So other metadata contains the word bird. Okay. And when I apply that word bird, it will appear in this collection automatically. So I could press import and go and find a picture, and during import, click on the keyword and type the word bird. And if it's in my keywords already, as you can see, it's highlighted. So any imported image would have that keyword bird, and it would appear in this smart collection. So we're automating adding images to a collection. Then we could use the filter bar to reduce the number of images in there. Let's say attributes, show me all my picked bird images, and there aren't any, but they would appear. So let's just create one. I'm just going to go pick there. So I've got 8 images in there, and now I'm going to say, show me all my picked images of birds. It's a very quick way of finding an image that you're looking for. And you can add more data to that. So for example, you could hit metadata and choose date or what camera and so on. So that's how you can find your image really, really quickly. Now, we move on to keyword lists. So I'm going to remove these keywords. So I'm just going to select them all, press the minus. What is a keyword list? It's a long list or longer list split up into sections, into groups. Now, when you press plus, you're creating a keyword tag. Some people call them tags, different industries call them tags. And you need no, you don't need, I would suggest you have a title for your group, small group of keywords. Now, I capitalize my first word. So bird, sorry, first letter. So I've got bird, capital B. You could capitalize the whole of the word. And then we untick these boxes. So I do not want to export it. And I've now created a keyword called bird, but it's an identifier. And the reason why I capitalize is it's not a keyword. Lightroom sees it as a keyword, but I know it's not a keyword. And the reason why I do this, I'm now going to create another keyword and I'm going to call it bird. And I'm going to put it into this sub list, this group of keywords called bird. Okay. And I'm going to say, I want to include these on export. So I've got bird. I'm going to expand it by clicking on the little triangle. Now I'm going to type in there small bird. Go there. And then I've got yellow breast. And I'm managing, if I close the keyword list, you can see they're all in a little list. Now I might have another set of keywords and we call them dog. Not going to put it in bird. I don't want to export them. And it's the title to a keyword group, keyword list. Call it dog. And if I close bird, you can see it's in the same level. So now, collie, make sure they're ticked. I'm going to put it into the dog. I'm going to go lab. And again, it's all lowercase. I'm going to put it in dog. So you can see I'm creating little lists. And therefore, it's so much easier to go and find those images. Yes, again, you can search on them, but you might have a long list of keywords and just drag them across. So it's a very quick way of reducing 250, 400, 500 keywords in small lists. Has anyone got any questions about that?
Well, you said drag them across. Across to where?
To the actual image,
To the image.
which I'll show you that in a second.
Well, if you do that to the original image, will it carry through to the virtual copies?
Yeah, 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 unless you take them off the virtual copy. So let me find you those images again. All right, so I'm going to drag them across. So I'm going to drag that there. I'm going to drag that there. Just dragging and clicking, hold and drag. Now, if I go right click, create a virtual copy, there's my virtual copy in color. There's the turnover. There's the keywords.
If you already have created the virtual keywords, so you're doing this after the fact, and you put the keyword in the original, will it migrate over to the existing virtual copies?
So if you've created the virtual copy first,
Right.
then applied the keywords, it won't because you've created the virtual copy before. So you'd have to highlight both images and drag the keywords on or tick the little box.
And if you go to your original folder, all the virtual copies will be right next to the
Correct.
original. So
Correct.
that's easy to do.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'd like to offer some suggestions about keeping your keyword list short. So, how many types of station are there? Train station, bus station, different parts of the world call different places station. So, lifeboat station, Coast Guard station. So, how many times do you want the word station? Okay, it's your choice. But the methodology that I now approach is I've only got the word station once. The reason why is Brighton station, so names of towns and cities, Brighton, Taunton, London, well, that's a city, right? But you've got station in each of those, and it could be bus station, train station, yeah? But I've got one in London, I've got one in Taunton, so I've now started creating a list. In my old workflow, I would have Minehead Station, Taunton Station, Bristol Station, Plymouth Station. And I'm sitting there, my list has got massive. So what I now do is I create a small list for generic architecture for the word station. Okay, so I would have building, station, rail, track, all those things that are connected and put them in a list. So when I want Minehead Station, I've got a list with a place in it called Minehead, and I make a phrase out of two words. If you think about it, how we make a sentence, the quick brown fox jumped over the, we're using all the words, or when you read a paragraph, we're using them multiple times in a sentence, in a paragraph. I went to Minehead today and I sat on Minehead Beach. I've used Minehead twice, but I haven't in my keyword list duplicated the word Minehead twice. I'm only using it once and I'm recycling that word and then building key words out of two words. So let me show you how I do this now. And it's something for you to think about. So let's put place. Okay, I'm not going to export it. I've created place. So I've now got Minehead, and I'm going to put it in place. Okay, I've now got Taunton. I'll put that in place. And I've got Plymouth. Okay, they are places. But then I've got spaces. A space and a place are two different things. A space is a station, is a beach, is a lamppost, is a park. They're spaces. And how I justify the difference, could I have a station, a park, a bench in multiple places? So I put station, okay, and it goes into place. Okay, let me just open that. So there we go. Then I go park. put it in space. And obviously, you can have anything. It's your choice. It's your list. What I'm trying to do is get you to think about the workflow, the methodology of it. So we could have what we've got: park, we've got beach. Okay. So what we've now got is we've only got three keywords in place and three keywords, but we've got multiple uses of keywords. So let's go there. Let's just see if we can find some relevant images. There we go. So these are Minehead Station. So I take the word Minehead and I drag it on. They're all now keyworded Minehead, but they are a station. It's at the station. I can drag that across. But these pictures here are coming into Willerton, which is a different place. So I'm now going to create Willerton. And I'm going to put it in place. I'm going to tick add to selected boxes, images. So these have now got Willerton on them, and it was coming into Willerton Station. So I'm using Willerton and Station. So when I want to search for an image, let's deselect, go to text, contains all, and I'm going to go, I need to change that to keywords. I can type in Minehead Station. And these have all got Minehead Station in. Now to show you that works, let's delete that. Go back to some images. Let's just say these images here are from Paris. I'm going to add Minehead to them. And these images here, Paris, I'm going to add Willerton to them. So I'm currently looking in images and I'm going to type Minehead. So Minehead has come up with these images. I know they're of Paris, but it's a demonstration. These have got Minehead on them, and all of these have got Minehead on them. But now if I type in station, the images of Paris that I just had Minehead doesn't appear. So I'm building two words, adding them together and telling it to contains all and find those images. Now, if I type in just station, it'll bring the Willerton pictures back. Okay. So it's a workflow of reducing the size, the length of your list is think about how you group, if you're going to use keyword lists, how you group them together. Okay. Now that is managing your list. Okay. How you can group your keywords together. So there's people, so Face ID and people. So I've got lists. Once the Face ID I've selected that person, I will move the keywords, because you can move your keywords just by dragging and dropping, and all you're doing is refiling. You turn around and say, oh, all my socks used to be in that drawer. I now want to put them in that drawer. So I move them all to there. That's all you're doing. When you move a keyword, all you're doing is moving the location that it's stored in. So for example, let's say you have a new filing system. So under place, I'm going to put UK. Okay. I'm going to put it in place, and I don't want to export it. So it's in place, UK. And now I'm going to put the county of Somerset. Again, I'm capitalizing it because it's a title. I'm going to turn off my export because I don't want it to export. It's a filing system. I put it in UK. Now, if I expand there, there's Somerset, Minehead, and Taunton are both in Somerset. And if I drag, you can see it's gone blue, and those keywords have moved. It has not changed, removed in any way the keyword to the image. All I'm doing is I'm moving the filing system. I've moved those socks to another drawer. The drawer's not big enough to contain all my socks. Okay. So your keyword list is separate. It's a filing system of phrases and keyword that you can find your image or third parties to. Now, to apply keywords, as I showed you earlier, you can just tick the box. There's a little box just here when it's a single keyword. And tick the box just here, or you can drag it across. But there's also another way that you can apply keywords, and that's keyword sets. And what's a keyword set? So I'm just going to edit one set, and how you can save current as a new preset. So these are presets, and what these are, or what I now use them for, are I want to apply keywords that I regularly apply to an image, okay, to a narrative. So this is 9 keywords that can be in any list, anywhere I like, in here, anywhere I like, and I'm bringing them together in a small 9 section collection together. So this could be West Somerset Railway steam trains, and I could have in here Minehead, could have steam, station, train, okay? And then it says edit, but I'm now going to save as a new preset. Just going to call it West Somerset Railway Association and create that. And now these keywords in this keyword set can be just applied to the image, okay? Just by clicking on them. So what I'm doing is these keywords, I'm grouping them together. So if I've got a lot of images that I photograph a lot of times, or perhaps I'm a wildlife photographer and I go to this bird sanctuary or this space and place quite a lot, I can group 9 keywords together and just go click, 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 and it applies them to the image. Or I could do it to multiple images by doing this. And I'm now going to add the word steam to all of those just by clicking. Oh, and there's train, just by clicking on there. So where one is a list, and to find them, okay, I would have to type and then drag it to find the keyword, using a keyword set to group the keywords together. And if you've got more than 9, you could have the name of it -1 or A or B or whatever you wanted to do, and you'd have another 9. And all you do is you click on them. So it's a different way of applying your keywords. Okay. But think about managing your list separately to applying your keywords. Because using keyword set, you can quickly apply, and your list, you're grouping narratives, whatever that can be space, place, genre, people. So for example, in the Face ID, once Classic has I've told it that face, I've now got sets, groups, family, family friends, photography, photography friends, business clients, and all their names. So I haven't got this one list of all names. They're in sections. And once the Face ID has tagged the face, do not create a list. Do it in by pressing O and doing Face ID and allowing Classic to create the keyword for you. Then drag and move the keyword into your subcategory. So if you've got a lot of grandchildren, you might have family, then grandchildren. Or you might have, if you've got a lot of children with a lot of grandchildren, you might have family and then the name of the family with all the grandchildren. So you're grouping them together. That may be easier for you. Okay? But there's no right or wrong way. I now use keyword lists and I split them up to around about 12 to 20 generic keywords on a narrative. And that narrative can be anything. So in my commercial catalog, I've got space and place. So place is all the places, geographical places, but then I've got space. So I've got coastline and all the words that you could think of about coastline: rocky, sand, high tide, low tide, tide. Yeah. Ocean, waves, surf. All those words are about coastline, beach. Yeah. And they're all together in that list. Then I've got a keyword set called coastline. Well, I've got several. I've got rocky coastline. So rocky can be dark, wet. You know, the stones, the rocks. I'm describing those. So I'd have two keywords: dark, stone. But dark is in my color group because I could use dark clouds, dark sky. The word dark is generic to the word stone or coastline. So I'm bringing those two words together that are in different lists. Okay. Does that help? Or has that just made it totally complicated?
No, that's really useful.
Deadly silence.
That's
It's
good.
something, it's something to think about. And
The,
for
the,
me,
the word that really gets me thinking is generic. I started out doing keywords describing the specific picture, and that's where you get into a gazillion keywords. So I've got to shift gears and say what's in that picture generically that I want to get at. So, or the archetype, either archetype or generic.
Mhm,
I like the thinking of a sentence. You're combining these archetypes or
mhm.
generics into a meaningful statement.
So that philosophy, you can really drill down into whatever level you wish to explore keywords. So if you just want to find them for yourself, it's Minehead Beach. There you go. You know, high tide, Minehead Beach. You're looking for a picture of high tide at Minehead Beach, and that may be enough for you. Or it could be sunset. It could be sunrise. No problem, David. Um, so it's you can drill down and use it as loosely as you want. But if you're a commercial photographer, you might want to put in April, sunrise, spring tide, and all the words that you can think of that other people they're looking for an image. So you start adding your sub lists get longer because your need is longer. Yeah, your need is greater. Yeah. But if you're just trying to find them for you, then your list might be only 5, 10 words long. Okay. Bearing in mind you've got EXIF data that and IPTC data that you can search on as well. So in conjunction with a keyword, show me the pictures. If you've got GPS, for example, or you tag them with a location, as in on the map module, you could say, show me all the pictures of me that were in 2023 in Paris. You wouldn't need to do lots of things because the information is already there. And if you knew you took it with your phone or a camera, you could say, show me all the pictures of me took in 2023 in Paris with my iPhone. Okay. So you're bringing all that information together and you put it in a smart collection, which means it does it automatically. Okay. Any questions before we go? No? Okay. Monday, it's part 2 of book module. We will be looking at page design, page structure. So how you actually physically make the page, how you put text on, etc. and so on. Okay. Thank you for your time. Lovely to see you. Recording will be up tomorrow on YouTube. Take care. All the best. Enjoy your cycle, Jack.
Yes, I will.
Cheers. Bye for now.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Okay, bye.